We gotta remember that for the best stuff show for 2022.
Marcus, we ain't gonna remember this by next week's show. Marcus, we ain't gonna
I know,
remember
I
this.
know.
I'm Shotzi Blackheart, the ballsy badass, and you are watching the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. Remember to like the video and subscribe. Ow, ow, ow!
Hey! Oh,
Check out the Marcus and Manny show.
I hate you both right now. You guys are ridiculous.
So I want everyone to go take this link to this YouTube and I want you to put it on your social medias because I am doing this in pain for you. For you. And if you're listening on the audio, you better go find the YouTubes or you better go on your social medias and you better tell the people. Go at Sharpie's Network on Twitter or on the Instagram at the Sharpshooters. Follow these men, watch their show, give them views, and let them retire happy.
I don't know why all of a sudden I felt like I was in medieval times and you were decreeing something for the king. Follow these men, march into the field, and fight for your king.
Yeah, but I think I gotta crack my window. It's kind of hot in here. Excuse me.
Seeing as we're all synced up, I'm gonna go grab something to eat. Really
and
quickly.
I will sit here and dance for the people.
I will put you full screen then.
No, I'm not. No.
Marcus, why are you the dancing person right now?
I don't know. I said I'll sit here and dance for the people while you guys go away.
I didn't know Manny went away.
He just said he was going away. And he put me in full screen, and now I'm stuck.
Because you don't have no controls. Mark, give him the magic figures, Marcus. Spirit figures, Marcus. Spirit figures. There we go.
You see the intensity in these eyes, boy? You see the intensity in these eyes?
Marcus, I'm intoxicated, Marcus. That's your Marcus. You changed the color temperature of your camera with your intensity. And Wes, yes, Rich Holland still he goes to the pay window because he won. He didn't do anything, but he still won.
Here you go, a little swim.
Clearly, Manny is back in the chair, but please, Manny, please go back to the camera.
Get me off the screen.
He went for the.
He's some type of damn fool.
The grown ass man just did the swim. I'm concerned by that. I feel like Manny was watching that being entertained.
Also, as I was thinking about the title of the show, it's the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. I feel like there should be an episode where we do the Entitled Manny and Marcus show. Where we just we just do Entitled, and we just feel like we're entitled to everything. And we just
the entitled. That's when we sit. That's when we sit here with robes, crowns,
goblet. Entertain me. People make me sick.
That's when I think we should have guests on the show, and we have guests on the show. So we're now on the top corner. At the top, and they're running the show beneath us. where we're just reacting to what they're saying. We're not even got mics on at this point.
Entertain us. And I would love for us to be, photoshopped over that one image where those guys are looking down at the rest of the party. Whatever that meme is. I'd like for us just to have our heads in there, photoshopped, and we're just talking through them and just looking down. It's completely entitled. The Entitled Manny and Marcus show.
I think what we need to do is dress up like Stadler and Waldorf, but then like throw powder in our bit on our beards so they look really old.
Yeah, and look like we're on a hell of a lot of cocaine. Here they are, all that powder. Is that gray
isn't that what you take to power you through this show? Because that's what I've been taking.
Oh yes, we're doing cocaine. Shit.
Yeah, show secret. Did you not know?
Hold on. Where's my credit card? Let's get this. Oh yeah. What will they do? All of a sudden, I become Al Pacino. Just yelling, "Come on, damn it!" That's more of a Vince. Old man on cocaine. That's what the show could be called. That would be a hell of a show. If there was a YouTube show called Old Man on Cocaine, I have to watch it just to hear what they talk about, what they do next.
The 205 live kick from that woman, Nikita Lyons, deadly.
I like that 205 Live is back because of her, Manny. That's what it made you watch. No, I couldn't get you to watch Mansoor. I couldn't get you to watch Buddy Murphy's title reign, or Cedric's, or Mustafa. But yet, Nikita, whatever her name is the reason you're watching 205 Live again.
Marcus, and you having a hard time understanding this after you done worked with Manny for about 2 years. Marcus, do you understand if she ever makes it to NXT or even the main roster, she's going to be the thumbnail probably more times than not. And on top of that, Manny wasn't the only one that was like, oh, who is this?
Oh, I mean, that was one of the top posts on the mid-card messages last month.
It was. Courtesy of Manny, who decided to catch a body and decided to overthrow Kerry as the number one poster on the mid-card mess.
Not overthrow, decimate.
Started 22 hot, ended 2021 hot. But I know for 22, Manny don't care at all.
Manny too much work. Instead of just winning, as most people would want to do, Manny decided to go Brock Lesnar SummerSlam John Cena match and suplex City his ass until it was over.
But I also feel like that it was a lot of behind the scenes encouragement that we had to give Manny pep talks in those late nights. I can't do this anymore, guys. I'm tired. This is not happening. It's not worth it.
I also feel like there was Maurice, who was probably monitoring all this, and all the admins going, throw in the damn towel! Why is this happening?
Be giving Manny the wise word. Once you start something, Manny, you need to finish it. Whether you win or you lose, you're not going to be a quitter this time. Marcus, like the fact that I even started engaging the old post so he had things to respond to.
I imagine Manny winning this and holding that, well, not holding anything, but I imagine, the scene where Andrew Garfield catches Mary Jane or MJ and Manny just crying, holding her in emotion. And no one knows why you're so emotional.
You don't understand. Manny has already printed out that page that Maurice did. It's framed in the back of his room where no one can see, so he can remember how he spent his December of 2021.
Actually, as soon as Marcus asked me what it cost, I was like, good portion of December. It's been brought up by Montez. 5 videos and no clickbait. I'm trying to be allegedly I'm supposed to be a better man. Eric said I need an intervention. I know who I am. I'm the king of first. The king of the first trap.
Oh God, he's really fell into this. We thought it was New Year, New You, but Manny just revealed that he's even worse. It's like how somebody say, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna be a new person in the new year of 2022." I never said that. I don't care. I don't care. I believe deep down in your soul, you thought it. You like, I'm gonna be a better person. I'll be a better man. And then everybody says Manny's gonna say he's gonna be a better man. Then when we see you, and you're even worse. You're even worse thirst trapper. You're even worse at chasing clout in the mid-card mess.
I'm doubling down. I told you I'm doubling down.
He's all in. He's all in, doubling down. He's splitting tins. He don't give a fuck.
Jamal said it's not enough for me. It isn't. It isn't, Marcus, because every time Kerry posts something and it's something I posted maybe 20 minutes before him, I am going to say hashtag before Kerry.
Yeah, but now she go down this deeper and darker road for Manny. this route of just pure darkness. You don't see your end. I feel like this is how it's going to end. And we're going to go to Manny's funeral. It's not in the near future, but in the future, far beyond time. And we're going to have to add the Kerry to the thumbnail, as Manny will have a robot still posting post-death just to try to win this.
I told you. Do you know what? Last night, I was posting on the mid-card mess, live tweeting, live reacting to Raw. I wasn't even watching Raw.
It's a sickness.
This is what's happened to me.
Just to quote a wise man, Manny, you're down with the sickness. This is the sickness he was talking about. This is the sickness.
I can't stop. I cannot stop.
You sound like every addict in any intervention. Like you know that one video where that black guy is crying after that show Intervention? I feel like that's gonna be you when we are here. It's a terrible cry, but I feel like that's gonna be you when the entire mid-card match just sits down with you in a virtual reality intervention. Like, Manny's gonna be like, oh, it's a new episode of the Sharpshooters? I'm not a part of this. Hold on, let me click this link. And then it's just gonna be the entire mid-card mess with Manny in the center. It's like, we need to talk. And one first person reading is Kerry with a prepared statement. Manny,
Please let me win.
yeah, no, Manny, please. We've all liked you the other way, okay? When you weren't doing this. We don't need to see pictures of Cora Jade. And he just names off a bunch of women over and over.
Oh, I've added more of this. I added more. I went to NWA. I've gone to Old Ring of Honor.
You got more names than Harvey Weinstein and Bill Cosby on your list of thirst trap people. Women that you like.
I throw my net out wide, like the true fisherman I am. Of clickbait.
Well then, that's the end of this show. 9 minutes of talking about Manny addiction. Tune in to next week where we attack Marcus and his addictions. Alcohol.
According to many people on this show, I'm right there with you too.
This is the less serious episode, guys. What? Marcus is dealing with alcohol. Oh, okay. As Manny continues to clickbait.
Jamal said, great start. Can I change my name to Lord Manny Thirst Trapper Jones?
Thirst Trapper Jones. I think that should be your AKA. I feel like, when Luke Skywalker is touring through the desert and he's looking for Thirst Trapper Jones, and he's gonna go, what do they mean, old Manny hates? He's like, have you ever heard of a man named Thirst Trapper Jones? And you're like, it's me. It's me. Of course I've heard of him. It's me.
You didn't see this coming.
I didn't see it coming. I don't know why. And I was trying to think of a thumbnail for the show the entire time. And I didn't see this one coming. I don't know why.
You should have known.
I'm blindsided.
You should have known.
We should have said that at the beginning, but
Yeah, but you know the thing? If we do that, there's a thing that has to follow afterwards. It's that weird moan that happens after that song. So as I posted the show onto the mid-card mess, the instant comment from Maurice said, it's the GTOAT, GTOAT, greatest thumbnail of all time.
Shout out to Mandy for doing that. But
By
it's a
the way,
great
we're
thumbnail
doing
of
that
all
on
time.
Saturday and just not telling Eric because Eric doesn't watch the show. So we're just gonna do it repeatedly throughout the show. And I'm gonna introduce myself as Manny and then say it like that as well.
Oh, I got thrown off right there. My bad. Welcome everybody to the Sharpshooters.
Oh shit! I left the wrong tab open.
Welcome everybody to the Super Saiyan edition of the Sharpshooters Wrestling Podcast because our power level is over 7,000. I'm Eric.
I'm the very sleepy Lord Manny Hayes.
Manny, you better not have no pictures. You better not book your ass a photo shoot with you wearing a green thong. We don't need that. We don't need it on the channel.
Can't help it. I stay with it.
With it. I am him.
We'll have a chance to win.
I'm going to go with Natty because Natty is from the same school of thought as Manny is the best thirst trapper out there in the game with her thumbnails with her sister. I just think that if we could hire Natty to produce our thumbnails, we wouldn't even know if Manny wasn't doing thumbnails anymore because Natty knows what she's doing. That's what she knows what sells. And honestly, I agree with El Luchador. We gave Natty respect because she carried the division during the dark days. Yes, when they were divas and not wrestlers, Natty was the number one. Now she's kind of washed up. I'm sticking with Team Natty. Just Team Natty all the way.
That's because Natty looks like a lunch lady and you like lunch ladies.
Because Betty, I like lunch, damn it. What can I say? So, do you know, Betty, your thumbnail actually made Shantae feel uncomfortable at work. she was going through I guess her YouTube feed and that was up. She's like, oh no, what is this? And she's like, if somebody would have walked by and saw that thumbnail.
Who's that? And then Shantae could only respond, it's Mandy.
Which now we say it's Manny.
You got a snack pack? What are you, 7?
Fruit, man. Shantae came in. I mean, although you try to get her fired with your Mandy Rose picture.
I did not intentionally do that on purpose.
Mandy, that's what your thirst trapping does, man.
It doesn't just affect you, Manny. It affects those around you.
Yes. She said she was scrolling. She's like, oh my gosh, what is this? It was a nice swimsuit, though.
Do you know what I hope? I hope she said the line that MSK said to Dakota Kai on NXT, don't you dare put that evil on me. What a Black Hanson doing in the Elite side. You're wrong for that, Michael. Yeah.
This is what Michael said Vince was a treat. Dumb, pretty ass white girl can't even wrestle. Pow.
But the fact, Marcus, pow at the end.
Yeah, that's such a Vince thing, the pow.
You know, somebody called me pow on the mid-card mess the other day, and it nearly triggered
you gotta
me.
fight him. Yeah, you gotta fight him. Because if someone calls you pal, you know they ain't your pal.
You know, I was watching my Top Chef. No, the All Stars.
I thought you were about to say my stories.
No. And, I guess one of the young chefs got upset because the master chef kept calling him young man. He's like, young man is disrespectful. Don't you call me young man? So, if an older guy called you guys young man, would you be ready to fight him or do you care?
I'm only though. It kind of irks me every now and then.
Really?
Yeah, man. I'm in my late 30s, almost 40.
But Mark, if the person's still older than you, you're still a young man to them.
It's true too.
But
I believe it's depending on the tone.
So I had a guy in the warehouse once, and bear in mind I was the only Manny in the store. So
wait, hold on. Kayla doing her shit. Wes is right. Big Man always pisses me off. Hey, Big Man. Oh man, fuck y'all.
And
okay, so Manny, he was in the warehouse.
Yeah, so in the warehouse, so this guy always called. He was about 50 something. There was no other Manny in the store, but he would go, "Oh, young Manny." Every time, and I just never understood him.
Maybe he was making a Young Money reference. Young Manny.
No. This guy is one step away from a nervous breakdown and going.
Well, Manny, maybe in the warehouse, you are a Manny, and maybe he knows 2 other Manuels or Manny somewhere else.
No.
And you just so happen to be the Young Money Manny.
Young Money.
Young Money. You just heard it wrong. He was saying Young Money. Young Money. I can't see Liv winning tonight, Jabari. I can't under any circumstance.
That's Jabari, Marcus. Jabari is somebody different. Get the name right, Marcus.
I said Jabari, Bari.
You said Jabari.
You said
I
Jabari.
said Jakari, Bari.
No, you said Jabari.
You said Jabari first.
I said Jakari, damn it, Bari. Manny, I have some complaining to do. That's music.
You know, it's a goddamn shame, man. It's been 2 years we ain't had a return match from Triple H. That's ridiculous.
Well, Eric, he's had a cardiac event.
I understand he had a cardiac event, but
he's not coming back.
What stopped him in 2020 though? What stopped him in 2020?
I could swear he had a match of some kind in 2020.
He did not. He took 2020 off, man.
Wait, when did that cardiac event happen? It was around the same time you had yours.
It was
they had literally the exact same week.
Yeah, it was like it was probably about a month after mine.
Oh wait, no, but the difference is he's rich, so he can afford to take time off work.
Goddamn right he is. he can rehab all he wants, and then he has somebody trustworthy like Shawn Michaels to run his program. But the damn thing he didn't know was the snake Vince McMahon was gonna release everybody while he was having his cardiac event.
Michael said that each time it's premium cardiac event. You had the standardized version.
Oh, premium.
No, Manny, I had the Wish version, man.
You had the Wish version of a cardiac event. It's just called a heart attack.
No, you had the basic version. Triple H had the one with all the extras attached to it.
Well, rich people have cardiac events. Poor people have heart attacks.
That is also true. But you guys don't understand this though. There's a club of heart attack people, and when you find a fellow person who's had a heart attack, you guys all sit there like, "What happened to you?" And then you pull out your card and you start comparing your cards to each other, like, "Oh, so you got this done." And
what medication are you on?
Huh?
You guys start comparing
medication. I'm on these beta blockers. This.
Yes, I have one guy at my job that he got 5 stents. He weighs almost like less than Darby Allin, and when he was talking, all he kept saying, "I'm just so cold. I'm just so cold." He was like a Mario with an ice box, man.
Because a fucking blanket.
No, because Manny, the worst thing about it is that you could ask Marcus. I have never been a cold person, but with all these fucking blood thinners, man, I be freezing, man. I be shaking, I be shivering.
I've always known you'll be cold and callous. So don't correct yourself. You're a cold human being.
If only I could have had a cardiac event instead of a heart attack, it would have been so much better for me.
With it being a cardiac event, do you think it's like an Apple keynote?
I feel like people buy tickets for it. Like people showed up and was like, "Oh man, this is gonna be a good event." You know, then you brought the sledgehammer. It's like we got the sledgehammer.
As Ryan said, Eric, Ryan said, all right, so you have a cardiac heart attack Yu-Gi-Oh with people. That's what y'all do when you compare cards. The heart of the cards. The heart of the cards.
It is.
Why did you go that route? You could have went Pokemon cards and everyone would have got the
No. Because Ryan's an asshole. He wouldn't give me the pleasure of Pokemon. He would go low budget Yu-Gi-Oh.
Hey, whenever I talk about card games, I bring up Yu-Gi-Oh.
I feel like that was some card.
I watched Yu-Gi-Oh like I watched wrestling. That shit was competitive and repetitive at the same time.
What would your picture be on the heart attack rookie card?
So, now I know we're laughing.
Mine would be eating food.
So you know what the worst part about it though? Like, let's say if I did unfortunately have another heart attack and they did another procedure, you would think they would just add to the card that I already had. No, they'll just give you another card to put inside your wallet, and so your wallet is gonna be full of cards instead of.
Why do they give you cards though? Why do they give you cards?
Because if there's any type of medical emergency, the people need to know that I have a stent in my heart because you can put me in certain machines and it would kill me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ryan said he's going to play his diabetes card face down.
First of all, I ain't got no damn diabetes.
That's so terrible.
You know what? Fuck you. I'm going to play the cancer card and I'm going to turn it to the side. I don't know what that meant, but I knew when you play card games and you turn your card to the side, it's on.
After beating God, your opponent loses a foot. Damn, my foot. No. All right.
Why did you change your shirt?
Because I just, for no good reason whatsoever, just.
What shirt you wearing now? You rip off.
So first of all, also, what did you do in the bathroom that made you change your shirt?
Nothing.
I'm out of toilet paper. Well,
thank you for being a friend.
Travel round and back again.
you know, and a
a
confidant. Why you gotta be a friend and a confidant? Just because it rhymed. It's the confidant part because you rhymed.
No matter what you knew.
Oh, please stop. Okay,
Betty,
I passed the game.
Happy birthday, Prince. Put some percentages down there, man. I mean, Brock 49%, Big E with a whopping 15%. Man, no one got faith in Big E in 2022.
Well, where's he get? These percentages don't add up.
Manny, I don't care. I like when people give numbers. That's what I like.
Yeah, but those numbers don't add up to 100.
Betty, you know
it's not about 100. It's not about 100. It's about 200.
We're people who believe in Steiner math. That's what. And you will be the one that needs to fact check. It might be 110% scale right here.
You look at the first three, and you go like 41 and 49, and you realize there's no space after that. You realize there's no space after the 41, 49 for these other.
174% is the scale that I appreciate.
That's the scale. That's the new scale.
Eric,
we could be setting it up.
It wasn't just me. Michael also ended it up.
Well, once you go with 49, 41 on somebody, then you say, "Wait, there are 3 other names." It gets out of hand. But I am in agreement with Eric. Let it be the 174% scale. I am 100% for that. That's that new max scale. And, also, New Year's Evil is tonight, which I can't wait to watch Pete Dunne versus my favorite wrestler, Tony D'Angelo, the Manny Stopper. The Manny Stopper. You want to know why? Because I was living single. I'm a 90s kind of girl. And I got, it's a 90s kind of world? I don't know. I just keep my head up. That's right.
Keep my head up. What? Keep my head up.
I loved it.
Vince McMahon basically states getting your heat back at the end of a match is an admirable quality of a man.
Yes,
basically what he stated.
Yes, he just gave everybody reason to attack people after the match.
He's justified. He's justified everything that happens in AEW.
Yeah, hit him from behind. Don't let them finish their interview. Surprise them. Don't let them enjoy anything. And that made me laugh because that's all I thought about. I was like, Vince, no, you're opening up the anarchy. You're creating anarchy. You know what I mean? Roll-ups you're going to have in, and then all of a sudden, hit you in the back.
So how are you doing today, Marcus?
Betty, I am fantastic, but then again, I don't know because I think my brain may be suffering from brain damage as I've watched way too many hours of wrestling this week. I don't think nobody should go as deep as I went this week. You went too deep in it. When I start trying to win in life by disqualification. That's how deep I was into
it. I mean, I would. That's why we're the best tag team going on these days.
Hey, there we go. We're winning in life by disqualification. We'll take that count out. What do you mean that guy couldn't show up to work today? I get promoted. I'll take it. Knowing I slashed his tires.
It's funny you say your brain is destroyed because I, much like the start of the show, we sent Marcus the link to enter the studio. Foolishly realizing that I didn't send him the link.
Question my punctuality. Yes, I'm late a lot of the times, but today I was just sitting by and going like, Manuel is running late. I'm assuming. I hope everything is well. Oh, there's a text message from Manny. Oh, it's a link to YouTube. Oh, it's another text from Manny. Oh, it's a picture of Buzz Lightyear with his arm broken, talking about his Ray Phoenix. Oh, all of this, but no link. And then he's like, "You awake?" I'm like, "Yeah, send me the link." He's like, "Oh God." Hey, shut up, Siri. Hey, oh God.
The one thing I didn't mention when I was washing my face at 3 a.m., I saw the man in the mirror.
Oh yes. Gonna make a change for once in my life. Gonna feel real good. Gonna make a difference. Gonna make it right. I don't have any other lyrics for Poa. As he walked out the silent door, he opened up his heart, and there was Mayling.
So Marcus isn't actually here. That would normally get the pop out of the what is the thumbnail kind of thing. I'm guessing both of you looked at it already.
Yes. Technically, this is Marcus is Roman, and Seth is the guy that convinced him to get the booster shot, and that's why Marcus is not here because he knows exactly what is about to go down. That's what this is. I mean, come on, ain't that worse? That's exactly what that guy probably looked like inside of the CVS or the Walgreens that said, "Hey man, I got this booster shot for you. You do? Let me get it." And next thing you know, he can't be on the show. And I think his streak is ended. I don't know what his streak is begun, but he had an impeccable streak. Manny, what about yourself in your golden shower type of room?
Can you never refer to it as that ever
Golden
again?
Shower Studios.
Golden Shower Studios. It's a Golden Shower production. Yeah, it's all right. It's going well. I didn't really go out either today. Kind of just stayed in. One of those. Omicron may be coming close to getting to me. And then Lisa's not a guy inside the pharmacy that offered you a booster shot, as we alluded to at the beginning. Marcus is not able to join us because he is at home dealing with the side effects of being boosted by a random inside of a grocery store. So Marcus, boosted. You sound like you've been jacked.
Hey man, whatever. I mean, we send our goodwill wishes to you, and Marcus, good vibes go your way. So, prime example of never meet your heroes. That is also true. That's why you should never meet the sharpshooters or meet the guy inside of the pharmacy that says, "Hey, I got a booster shot for you."
We are not all assholes. I may betray. Actually, I am an asshole.
I mean, I'm glad that you thought about it. I think of the trio right now, Ross might be the nicest of us all. I mean,
I can't disagree with that. Yeah.
I mean, then we'll probably go to Marcus. Then me and you, Manny, we might get tied because
I think I'm a bigger asshole than you.
No.
I'm more upfront about it. I think I'm more upfront about it than you are.
Have I told you the stories about what take place at work that my friends seem to really get a kick out of? So we could be at work and we can have a conversation. If someone shows up that I don't like that is talking to us, while they're in mid-sentence, I'll just walk away. Like literally, just walk away.
Go ahead, buy that.
And they're like, "Eric, did you know you walked?" I was like, "Oh, I did that? Oh, I just really care what they would say." Yeah, so yeah, I have to work on that. I have to be a better person. I really do. So, but back to the original question: Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns. Does that get you excited, Manny? Does the Golden Shower Room get excited about that?
Can you stop calling it the Golden Shower Room? I can't do anything. That the walls are cream, and then when I put on them, they become creamer.
If you want to talk about, if everybody knew it before in 2019, if you should have invested in all these web marketing and network things, like you've been a rich man right now. Like WebEx, Teams, Skype. I mean, this is crazy. Everybody working from home.
If I listened, do you know, if I go back to the time where it was like 8 years ago when someone first told me to invest in Bitcoin. If I listen to him now, I'd be rich.
Yeah, Very
But you
rich
know,
man.
Manny, there's also a possibility if you listen to that person, you would have been broke too.
Yeah, but I think you didn't have to put that much money into it. Like,
but I always feel like that there's a reason why we don't follow everybody's advice in a situation, because most of it is bad. It's like, hey man, you really need to get this booster shot right now. And the next thing you know, you laid on the shelf and you can't be on the show. And your streak is broke.
You know what? He's not going to watch any of this.
I know he's
not
not.
Watch the show. I'm going to clip every time we've mentioned it.
Like, I'm the type of person that'll send a text and be like, why the fuck this person hasn't responded? Like, what's taking so long? What, are they ignoring my text? Then I like it. So that's why I try not. I do.
Why are you so paranoid? Like, you live in a world where if you text Marcus, he ain't gonna reply for at least 6 to 8 hours.
Do you know how hard it was for me to understand that about my brother? It took me a while. Manny, social anxiety is a bitch. It really makes it, because having social anxiety and also being the person that I am, who knows that I can piss somebody off with a couple of words in any second. Like, let's just be real. Most people wouldn't take too happy if their bedroom be called the golden shower room. I mean, come on. But that's the first. I mean, like, that's like the R. Kelly lounge that you kicking over there in London, But I can't help myself. And clearly, from the bleep you that Marcus told me on YouTube, he clearly hasn't heard half of the shots I've taken at him on this show. Yeah, he doesn't know that he is Roman Reigns and that guy inside of CVS is Seth Rollins. He doesn't know that. Take this booster, my man. You'll feel just fine. Like, technically, I probably should be canceled for calling your bedroom a golden shower room because I'm disrespecting people who enjoy golden showers. That's what I'm probably gonna get in trouble for, and I don't even know if that's the thing. And I mean no disrespect to if you do like a golden shower. I mean, it's warm, I guess. It might. Anyway,
we should end it there.
This is a rat hole, Manny. Drop the bomb because I think I just dropped the bomb. See you guys next week.
And after all the golden shower room jokes that Eric made on Saturday, I have fixed my camera problem.
It was a camera problem? That's the reason you had to go to shower? I feel like that's a Trump excuse for when his P-tape comes out. Camera problem.
Oh, yeah. No, I deliberately set up my lights to make the room look extremely yellow, like Gold Dust was about to cut a promo from 1996 with Marlena. I got Wes telling me I'm waiting for Marlena to pop out behind Manny's chair with a cigar. Man, 96 was a good time.
Man, I feel like that would just be a dope time. I mean, just have someone just in the background, just a random woman just smoking a cigar in the background. I think painted in gold, as you said, as flamboyant as you can be in a chair. That has to be your prime. Like, that has to be someone goes back in their life and go like, this is something I did right. This is something I'm proud of. Kids, look at this one. Check out Bob. We were badass.
So, how are you doing today, Marcus?
I'm going to now officially announce that I am now anti-vax, that I got the final booster. That has finally been the thing that killed me and ruined my life, apparently. Ruined the streak of the show. It's devastating. I don't know what happened. I don't know what's going on or what's in these new drugs, but these kids need to stop and stop messing around with these boosters.
So, I called up Alexa Bliss and I said, "This is how Marcus is feeling.
Like
Can you send me?" I was like, "Could you send me a picture of how you best illustrate how Marcus felt on Saturday when he missed the show?" And she said, "Yeah."
Oh no! I'm sick. Oh, I'm so terribly sick. Oh, what I'm gonna do? Oh no! Oh no! Oh, whatever do I do? Whatever do I do?
Levi did say that booster was brutal. It KO'd Marcus. We don't. It's not. He normally comes on the show when he's virtually dying, so you knew it must have been bad.
That it led to vomiting. Why? Why? I don't ever really vomit, but this led to me going like what the hell?
Yeah.
And, and it hurt more because I hadn't even eaten, and there was nothing in me to throw up. Really.
Oh, those are the worst because it's the bile that comes out, and it tastes disgusting.
It's like my body was like, ha ha ha, die. There's nothing else to give. I have nothing to give. Die.
And Marcus's body. And no, this is Marcus's soul as Roman. It's his body.
I enjoy that as a needle mover for this too as well. How a lot of needles going into you and killing you in the booster shot. So yeah, one way I'm now gonna just reply to my doctor Joe Rogan and get advice about what I should do to be immunized like my boy Aaron Rodgers, so I don't have to do this anymore. No more shots.
Ross also states Marcus is back from his shady vaccines from the guy on the street corner. Welcome back. You want to elaborate on that?
Yeah, someone else brought that up to me at my job. It was like, so where'd you get your vaccine from? Oh, I got it at a grocery store. Oh, you should never do it to the grocery store. You need to go. You need to follow. You know who you need to talk to a guy. You need to find a real person. You got that off-brand. You got that Shasta. I don't know what off-brand is in the UK, but like Shasta.
Did this grocery store have at least a pharmacy inside it?
Yes. Yep.
I see. It's not that bad.
It had the real stuff. It's just that I died. Okay, I died. I felt the effects right away, or not away, but you know. I just had bad effects. It was like I did some bad drugs, though. Like, I had a bad trip. You wasn't a bad dealer. Like, I didn't have this experience. You had a bad trip.
And then the moment he asked her how she felt, and she said thirsty, I was like, she's been waiting for me to. Like,
you missed me too.
She missed me too. She missed being on the cover too.
I want to break down this whole segment as a guy who do not realize his situation, who has not seen enough porno to know that he was in one. He did not realize it. He was in one. There were multiple times when she left it over and he was like, how you feeling? Good. But I can feel better. And I felt like it was going to be I feel like that's what this guy didn't realize he was in. Such a horrible human being.
I saw a tweet which made me laugh so much when it came to this picture.
Yeah.
I was like, most people skip this part.
This is the good part. This is where you get the character development. Who cares?
Who cares?
Put her on the table. Put her on the table. We're obligated 2 minutes and 30 minutes of unscripted dialogue, but we gotta make it all seductive. Porn, just no porno.
She states
every word lets like at least 3,000 people closer to the lotion, and all these men going, here we go. What's this shit? What's this shit? Oh, I gotta buy subscription service, huh? Just to get the full video, huh? That's what I gotta do.
And then he asked her how she feels. She said it made her thirsty. She poured all the water out. That was the coded message. That was for me.
It's like,
she's like, I need to send a message to Thirst Trapper Jones. And Alexa Bliss, message received. Bobby states for 20 years, Brock Lesnar has been ducking him. Brock Lesnar states for the last. Go on,
man. Can you also say that? Because I want to. You know what? I'm gonna also go on record and say for 20 years, Brock Lesnar has been ducking my black ass too. Just to put that on the record. For 20, you don't claim nobody's ducking when you guys are never in the same company at the same time or in the same building. You were Bellator, he was UFC, you were WWE, he was playing the NFL or something. Who knows? You can't claim ducking in this situation. You just went around, but he went, "You're ducking me." And I was like, from now on, I'm going to claim that whenever Brock Lesnar's around. Brock Lesnar's been ducking me for 20 years. On a side note, Manny, I felt like that was two men presenting their wives in keynote so my wife can whoop your wife's ass and here are all the features that we have. This is like a Samsung and Apple duel at the same time. Like, oh, these are my features. This is what my wife do. My wife has been killing people for years. Oh, really? Well, my wife has been won beauty pageants. She's held a Divas title. Yes, the Divas title. The now defunct Divas title.
So did Beth. They both held that garbage title.
Yeah,
which is now the New Japan World Heavyweight title.
My favorite featured endeavors of all time. What? So they featured endeavor the Divas title? Yeah. Who picked it up? Well, it went to Japan. And it upgraded from Maurice to Kazuchika Okada. What an upgrade for the Divas Championship.
First it was on Shingo, then it was on Will Ospreay for some time. What an upgrade.
What an upgrade. It went to Ibushi. Psh,
somebody had to keep up the legacy of Nikki Bella. Big Swole debuts at the Rumble. I don't think so.
You know what? I would support it out of pettiness. If there was somebody to show up in the Rumble, in the Forbidden Door, and they wanted no reaction, I would hope it's Jordan Grace out of Impact Wrestling.
You want no reaction? You want no reaction? I said it and I say it again. Nick Aldis is going to walk through that Forbidden Door. No one's going to care. No one is going to care. There's going to be silence. And then one person's going to break and go, "Who are you?" And then it's going to lead, "Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Who are you?"
And I can imagine my hook on. That's Nick Aldis, a 3-time NWA champion. This. And all this, he's one of the longest reigning champions in the modern era of the NWA. And then he has to explain what the NWA is for the kids. The NWA was a faction of the corporate federation that was around many years ago, such as Harley Race and Ric Flair carried that banter really strong. And then Mr. Man bombed the territories and killed it. But Nick Aldis killed that title.
Hey.
And everybody's going to think he's 60. They're going to think Nick Aldis is 60s, but he's going to be like the youngest guy in the ring at like 34 or something. I don't even
leave
know.
Magnus alone. No, he has been boring ever since. Day one he appeared on TV, boring.
Who, Magnus? I like Nick Aldis, but I like him as a champion, but that's as far as it goes. I don't want to see him wrestle. I just want to see him talk. Cut promos, hold the 10 pounds of gold, look pretty, do your job, and that's it. You don't ever have to wrestle. You don't even have to have an NWA artist.
No, this is the reason Mickie James has to come back. She ain't earning enough money from Impact. So she needs to take some of that WWE money because Nick Aldis is too afraid to take some WWE or AEW money because he is boring. Boring.
When the highlight of your career is a Cody match, you don't have much of a career. Oh, man. That's the meanest comment you have ever said. You won't know reaction. You bring out Nick Aldis. That's so mean.
Like you haven't said anything mean before.
Yeah, well, I feel like that hurt. I feel like Nick Aldis was listening to this show. It was like they're talking about me. Oh.
You know what?
Not like that. Not like that.
Even if I followed him on Twitter and he blocked me because of this, I wouldn't even care. Because I bet his tweets are just as boring as him.
Randy, you do realize that I believe over 50% of our listeners are from the United Kingdom. And I like to think of our 2 listeners, it's Nick Aldis is the other one. And you just heard him. He's going to rise up. Dear sharpshooters, I was a fan of this telecast for many weeks. I subscribed. I was happy with everything. And then you finally started talking about the NWA. And I was really proud.
And my heart grew 3 sizes. And then Manny decided to crush me. And then my heart went. And then my heart shattered.
You think I'm some type of joke? And then I go, yeah, you kind of lost to Trevor Murdoch.
Am I a joke to you? Yes, you are.
Like, when you think of UK greats, as long as he's held the title, you're like, let's talk about our Wade Barretts and Regals.
I'm telling you now, Wade Barrett may have never won the... Wade Barrett may have never won the big one. He was far more entertaining than Nick Aldis.
I could just see Mickey James consoling him in the back. It's okay, honey. They don't know me. They don't know me. I've been wrestling for 20 years. They don't know me. I started when I was a wee boy at 16. They don't know me. But no, I like Nick Aldis. Do I think he's anything that I would be like, I need to put money down to go see a Nick Aldis match? No. But I enjoy his promos. I enjoy his personality. I think he has everything. He looks like the world heavyweight champion. The problem is, once he gets in the ring, you go, oh, that's really it right there.
If you want more interaction, just find us everywhere on the mid-card mess. I'm out there probably destroying Kerry, because that's what I do.
I can really see you looking into the mirror at night going, oh, you're a beast, you're a big mean man, you're a bear. Like, was that on the show we talked about Balou? No, it wasn't, huh?
Yeah.
That was our pre-show conversation, right?
Yeah.
I was about to reference that, so y'all don't know what we're talking about. Just Balou, his fucking jungle life. Has it easy compared to me and my bills. Fuck him. And his bare necessities.
About your worries and your strength.
I got bills, Baloo. I got bills. Shit.
And on that note,
they gonna cut my lights off, Baloo.
So Santos Escobar versus Zion Quinn. Pretty good match. Quinn gets kicked in the balls. by Elektra, enabling Santos to pick up the win.
But I'm gonna say Elektra Lopez might have the best nut shot in the game, in which that kick looked very violent to the nuts. It looked like a kid throwing a temper tantrum, and that looked like it hurt. I swear she really kicked that man in his nuts, and I was like, "Oh no, that hurts."
Have you ever been hit by a temper tantrum kid like that?
I'm sure I have.
I visibly remember 2 occasions when it's happened to me. One, I was standing by the customer service desk. There was a side office which was called the food office, to the left of the table. A little girl was just randomly swinging her arm, like. I just walked into it. Like, I was just walking towards the desk, nailed. Instantly dropped to the ground. Like, dropped to my knees, and then crawled into that office. Didn't say anything.
So
Pushed the door open, and then started shouting, "Fucking child!"
Manny, are you announcing on the show you got beat up by a little kid? Is that what just happened?
Marcus, this wasn't the first time. First of all, that one was a little girl as well, so...
Just throw her through the window. I'm just like...
And then the second time, in a comic book store, a kid just hit me, like, what?
He had to see, you know what? He had to know. He had to test himself. Kid gonna be strong. He gonna be mighty in these streets.
Yeah, and then he got held up in front of his dad, and I'm like, look, you better deal with him. Or I'm dropping him.
I'm gonna drop your dad. I feel like no kid can recover on seeing their dad get laid out in the street by somebody. Like, damn. Like, you lose all respect for your dad once he gets his ass whooped. There's 2 times you lose respect for people. It's when they get beat up in their own house. It's like, ooh, you got beat up in your own house. Or as a kid watching your dad get laid out. Unfortunately, I've never seen that. I believe my dad was maybe 9-0 in his career of fighting people randomly in the streets.
9-0.
Yeah, 9-0 randomly fighting the streets on record in my eyes.
So in your eyes, does he walk around the house like? Did he walk around the house like Goldberg?
Yeah. Undefeated. He had the streak going, undefeated. I'm sure there were probably some losses somewhere, but not in front of me. Once you're in front of your son, I believe you need to be at your best behavior for your fighting, because you don't want to see your son see you whopped out. Otherwise, that kid now will see themselves become the new king of the house. Nah, man. Remember that time you got beat up by Eddie from down the street? Ooh, you never recover. You gonna hit me now? You couldn't beat up Eddie.
Oh, yeah. So I got beat up by 2 kids.
Just throw up the windows, man. Just man, you gotta get your heat back. You gotta say you came back at that kid with a steel chair.
I didn't get my heat back at the kid in the comic book store. I couldn't get my heat back against a child, a little girl. What was I gonna do? Break her down mentally?
You gotta find ways to ruin their life. I don't know how. Next time they come to the store, nope, we're out of stock. But I really want this. We're out of stock. And we will never be in stock again for you. And then sell it to the kid behind him.
Marcus, I don't work there anymore. I'm good. I hope the worst for that kid. I hope they grew up and then the worst things happened to them. Moving on. So, Bubba throws a fireball at Solo.
Yeah, he has that
in
now.
a brawl in the background. And I'm just going to say it. It's not the greatest fireball of all time.
No.
Because that honor goes to the 1 year anniversary of that.
Oh,
When
really?
Alexa Bliss did it to Randy Orton.
Oh, I thought you were going with the fireball of Keith Lee opening a contract and him
No,
being
that's
blinded.
different. That book was on fire. That wasn't a fireball. That book was just fire. And I don't really want to remember him going, "Ah, no." Sound like a bear in despair. That wasn't even meant to rhyme.
No, it did. No, he sound like a bear in despair. That sounds like a saying people would say in the streets in 1972. And speaking jive, my brother, you sound like a bear in despair. And it's like, what is this? Leave this language back in the day, Manny. Leave this back in the 80s.